Did you watch any of it?
I did watch some of it. I watched
Some
about
of
an
it?
hour of it.
Did you? You hung longer than I did.
Well, I'll tell you what. I thought I was going to see a wrestling match there for a while.
Was
It
about
was
to break
getting
out into
crazy on the stage.
Yeah, it was, and I watched a lot of the clips this morning when I got up online, and it didn't get any better than it started. It was basically a free for all.
Well, it reminded me, even when it started, just the way it started, it reminded me of a WWE wrestling match. I was looking for Vince McMahon to come out, because they were bringing these guys out one at a time, and everybody
had
was
flames shooting, and
I was looking for that.
It
was Newt Gingrich in tights?
No.
Did he spit green stuff
But
out
I
of his mouth like the
remember
great
telling
Kabuki?
Darlene, I said, I can't believe this.
Yeah.
This is a show.
That was Ron Paul.
Was it?
This was a show last night on CNN.
Oh, absolutely.
It wasn't a debate. It was a show. And then they got into the screaming matches, and I said, oh, good grief.
Anybody lay down a bionic elbow?
No. I think Michelle Bachmann was getting ready to take somebody out. But
Did
I
anybody
turned it
talk
off
like
before
Dusty
that.
Rhodes? Let me tell you something, Ric Flair.
I think Rick Perry was when he was talking to Mitt Romney,
Let me tell you something, Mitt Romney.
pointing his finger. Had his finger in his
That's
face.
right.
Had his
Man.
finger right on him.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
something.
it was one of those moments, and my thought when I saw it was Lloyd Benson, Dan Quayle.
Yes, that's right.
You are
That's right.
Jack Kennedy.
Yeah.
You remember that moment?
Oh, I do.
And it was like, ooh, that's a big one
Wow.
right there. It was kind of like that last. There was a moment there when Romney put his hand on Perry's shoulder
yeah.
and was smiling at him while Romney was wagging his finger at him, and it was like, just calm down, little fellow. It'll be all right. I got this,
I'm
little
gonna
fellow.
be
Like a little
President.
yapping
Yeah.
dog.
Yeah,
man.
exactly. And it felt like that. It was like, well, that's the end of that one.
Wow.
You know, it was. I don't know how much they got accomplished last night, but
Did anybody win?
well, they're saying Romney won. They said he came out on top again because they all chewed 999 up and spit it out.
Yeah.
So Kane lost.
Well, I think he lost some steam because everybody was chewing that 999 thing to pieces.
I'll tell you who lost in my book. And I only stayed with it for an hour, like I said. But the hour that I watched, I agree with you that Mitt Romney came off as being
Presidential?
more presidential because he was the one to hold his composure.
Mm-hmm.
Santorum, on the other hand, was exactly the opposite. I mean, he was into it with Mitt Romney and
Perry and Ron Paul.
He's like a nervous little wreck.
Oh my! Everything they said, he was sticking his fist up. It was really something.
Who would you vote? Well, I won't
Can't
ask
say
you
that. No, I'm thinking
Is Kane
Colin
still a
Pow-
contender?
I'm thinking Colin Powell. I'm going to vote for Colin
He'll
Powell.
still be in there for a
well,
while.
it was Kane's to lose last night. I think with him being the front runner for a week.
Yeah, well, and now they're all the economists, everybody's looking real hard at that 999 to see what it is, and now they're his advisor, the guy who actually drew the plan up, the architect of the 999 plan, said yesterday, okay, look, we need to drop the 9% sales tax. That's not going to fly. We'll make that a 9% payroll tax because it was just people were hating that 9% on top of everything else they were already playing. So they're starting to chew that thing up and take it apart at the fringes. Now we'll see. I mean, as of last week, Kane was the number one guy in South Carolina.
Yeah.
He had more Republican support than any other candidate in the state. We'll see if it hangs up after last night.
So how long do you think we have to stick with a field this big?
I think through the first primary.
Okay.
Nobody's going to quit till the first primary.
Because Santorum, Bachman, Huntsman?
Yeah.
Those guys don't have a shot.
He didn't come in last night. He didn't even play last night. He avoided the whole thing and was in New Hampshire, I think.
Yeah.
He didn't even show up. So
When is that primary?
I think they've been moving them around. I mean,
Yeah,
everybody's
they have.
fussing, but I
That's
think New Hampshire, I think, is the one. Somebody's talking about doing it in December now to try to beat the rest of them because they've moved them all up to early January.
Weren't we always
The
one of
first in the South?
or the first in the South?
Yeah, and they're trying to get it back, but everybody keeps moving them around. So there's that's why Huntsman didn't show up last night. It's not. I mean, it's about the politics of the game is what they're fussing about right now. But I don't think any of them will drop out till whoever has the first one. We'll see what happens.
So last night's the first night it got ugly. Up until then, it's just kind of been
They had
smooch
the
fest.
one they had last week. There was some
Yeah.
touch and go moments, but nothing like it was last night.
Well, last night I think Perry
took
was
the-
scrapping to hang on.
Yeah.
And I
took
think
the gloves
Kane
off
was
last night.
he was ready to go because he had to stand his ground,
Yeah.
and Romney just had to stay in the middle of it.
I'm amazed that they are getting so much attention with so many debates.
This is what, 11?
Man,
11 or
Networks
12?
usually don't turn it over that often. There must be no news out there.
Well, it's cheaper than producing a TV show or sending a reporter to Afghanistan. It's cheaper to just run a camera on the debate.
that's
So
true. Yep.
let's have 2 hours of debate again tonight.
How many more are there?
I don't know.
Is there another one? Probably one next week somewhere.
Probably
sure there
so.
is.
Like I said, they'll keep doing this until the first primary in January,
Yeah.
and then we'll see what happens after that. Meanwhile, the president's on a bus eating barbecue and riding around North Carolina. He lost his truck. His sound truck. Did you see that?
No, I missed that.
Somebody stole it from the hotel.
No, they did.
How does somebody steal the president's sound truck?
I don't ask me. They said
If I were the president, I would be concerned about that.
They said the van was parked at the Econo Lodge or wherever the crew was staying before the president arrived. And when he got there, the truck that had all of his microphones and sound system and his teleprompters and his presidential seals that they hang,
Oh man,
the van was gone. And they found it down at the airport at another hotel somewhere.
Was all the stuff still in it?
They haven't said yet. They're not. There's no report whether the equipment's still there or not.
Isn't that amazing? Wow.
It does make you a little nervous that somebody could steal the president's radio truck, doesn't it?
It makes you nervous that somebody could steal the president's anything.
Anything. Yeah, it's 6:34 now.
Weasel Total Traffic.